In this video, I will discuss Carnot vapor cycle. In that, we see different components of Carnot vapor cycle and understand different processes take place on PV and TS diagram. So here, the schematic diagram of Carnot vapor cycle will be shown where the different components of Carnot vapor cycle are shown. So let's understand the different components of Carnot vapor cycle one by one. The first one component is boiler. In boiler, feed water will be there and heat will be supplied. So water is converted into steam. Now that steam will be expanded in turbine. So second component is our turbine. In that, steam produced by boiler will be entered into turbine, and in turbine, steam get expand and it will produce useful amount of work. After that, third component, that is condenser. So steam will be coming out from the turbine, it will be enter into condenser. At that point it will be condensed. So its temperature going to decrease. After that, fourth component, that is compressor. In compressor, pressure of steam going to increase and it is again supplied to the boiler. Then cycle again will be repeat. The Carnot cycle is an ideal cycle for vapor power plant. The Carnot cycle is most efficient cycle, operating between two specified temperature limits. Now here we are considering in Carnot vapor cycle that 1 kg of steam or any other vapor as a working substance. So here whatever working medium is, it is your steam or vapor. The cycle is composed of two isentropic and two isothermal processes. Two isentropic processes are compression and expansion, and two isothermal processes are heat addition and heat rejection. So let's discuss different processes one by one on PV and TS diagram. So this is our schematic diagram of the Carnot vapor cycle. Here we draw the PV diagram and here we draw the TS diagram. Here already line will be shown or curve will be shown that is called saturation curve. At the topmost point, that is considered as a critical point. On left side of that, there is a saturated liquid line, and on right side of that, there is a gaseous line. So here only liquid will be there. Here on this point only gaseous phase will be there. Here above this line there is a liquid state. Here above this line there is a gaseous state, and in between there is a liquid plus gas mixture. So let's start from the boiler. So in boiler component, water will be heated by using the heat. So water get converted into steam. So process 421, it is reversible isothermal heat addition in the boiler. So heat addition will be take place inside the boiler. If we see that process on PV and TS diagram, so first let's see on PV. So we start from here point 4, so 4 to 1. So there is a heat addition process. It is on TS diagram like this. Let's understand this process in detail. Heat is supplied to feed water, that is saturated water in boiler. So in boiler there is a heat will be supplied to the feed water. Now latent heat is transferred and isothermal evaporation of water takes place. Here isothermal evaporation will take place means there is a process is isothermal. So here you can see on TS diagram, that is temperature entropy diagram, the horizontal line, so it will be show the isothermal process. The temperature is not changing, so isothermal evaporation of steam will be take place. Here the latent heat is transferred. Here water will be converted into steam. Change of phase will be occur, and there is a no temperature change. So this heat will be supplied, that is called latent heat. It will be take place at constant pressure. So here we can see on pressure and volume diagram, the horizontal line, it will be show the constant process line. So this process is considered ideally constant pressure process. So process will be take place until water get converted into dry and saturated state. So here water will be applied, that will be converted into dry and saturated steam, that is in gaseous state. So this is process or first process, that is 4 to 1. So here heat is added isothermally, it is given by Qs. In terms of enthalpy, it is Qs equal to H1 minus H2. Difference between enthalpy at 2 points. So this is our first process 4 to 1 take place in boiler. Now steam will be produced, that will be supplied to the turbine. So let's understand the process take place in turbine. So in turbine, steam will be applied, that get expand and it will produce useful work. So from the shaft of turbine we get the mechanical energy from that. So 1 to 2 process, it is isentropic expansion in turbine. So expansion of steam will be take place in turbine. Now let's see this process on PV and TS diagram. So there is process 1 to 2 here, that is curve will be there, and on TS diagram it is vertical line process. So here isentropic process means entropy here considered as a constant. So here on TS diagram we can see the vertical line, so 2 points have a same entropy. Now let's see in detail. The dry and saturated steam undergoes frictionless adiabatic expansion. So at one point dry and saturated steam will be there, that will be expand adiabatically. So there is a no heat rejection will be there. Here we neglecting the friction. Expansion in the steam turbine and work done by the system, and that is positive. So here work done by system will be take place when the work done by system is considered as a positive. Now turbine work is given by, in terms of enthalpy we are writing. So Wt equal to H1 minus H2. So 0.1 and 2 enthalpy difference will be there. After expansion of steam, it will be now enter into the condenser. So let's understand different process take place in condenser. So here high temperature steam will be there, that will be condensed in the condenser, and its temperature going to decrease. So process 2 to 3, that is condensation in condenser. So let's see this process on PV and TS diagram. So from point 2 to 3 there is a condensation will be occur. Similarly it is shown here. The steam leaving the turbine is condensed isothermally at constant pressure. So your steam will be leaving turbine from 2.23, it will be condensed isothermally. On TS diagram we can see that temperature is constant. So at point 2 and 3 temperature is constant, so it is isothermal. By using PV diagram we understand that this process is also constant pressure process. So here we are ideally considering the constant pressure process will be take place in the condenser. So heat rejected is given by QR equal to H2 minus H3. So enthalpy at point 2 minus enthalpy at point 3. Now condensed steam supplied to the compressor. So let's see last process 3 to 4. So in compressor, your pressure of substance going to increase, then it is again supplied to the boiler. Process 3 to 4, that is isentropic compression in compressor. Let's see on PV diagram. So 3 to 4 process will be there. So there is a compression will be take place, so its volume going to decrease. On TS diagram, it is a vertical line. The wet steam is compressed isentropically and it is restored to initial point 4. Your wet steam will be there because point 3 is between two curve line. So there is a water and gaseous mixture will be there. So it is a wet steam that will be compressed isentropically in compressor. We will again come to that point 4. So we started cycle from 4. So it come original point 4. Work done on system is negative. Here we have to supply some energy to rotate the compressor, so that work is considered as a negative. Compressor work is given by WC equal to H4 minus H3. H4 minus